welcome back to Otaku no Video. As always, thank you very much for joining me for my review of Tokyo Godfathers, a Satoshi Kon film. Kon's the guy who directed Paranoia Agent, Perfect Blue, Millennium Actress, others. And I'm having difficulty fitting this into my normal reviewing scheme. Normally, I will go through an anime and look at it from a couple of different angles in terms of animation and direction and voice acting and music and things like that, and look for particularly unique things. But Tokyo Godfathers is really more than the sum of its parts, and that's a cliche that's used probably too much. That's a cliche, but in Tokyo Godfathers it's really true. It's an animated film about a group of homeless people who stumble across a baby during the Christmas season in Japan. Interesting setup, and dealt with in a way that manages to humanize these characters that none of us would normally interact with on any kind of regular basis, so that we understand them, we sympathize with them, and we feel for them. And we watch them try to deal with this very unusual situation. And it works. And I don't quite know how or why, partly because it does humanize the characters. The strange thing about Tokyo Godfathers is, unlike most other anime, it feels like a live-action movie that just happens to be animated. This is true also of Perfect Blue. But Tokyo Godfathers, in particular, has no fantasy sequences, no science fiction, nothing. It's all set in the real world about real people doing real things, which is in itself extremely rare for anime. It's a Christmas story about a couple of people who are kind of a strange street family coming to grips with the decisions they've made and the consequences thereof, and dealing with surprises, dealing with stress and self-imposed problems. Much of what the characters do, much of what the characters have to deal with, is a result of those characters' actions. Not external stuff, as is so common for all of us. It's really a beautiful film in terms of being about people and humanity and what we are and what we're capable of. It's also just a beautifully animated film. There is a very high animation budget here for a film that's about just regular people, homeless people, people who just live in boxes for various reasons. And we could understand a little bit of why and why people do that. It's a beautiful film. It's remarkable. It's unusual. It's interesting in all the best ways. So that's my view. There's really nothing else I can talk about. Again, I can talk about the music and the voice acting and so forth, but it all works together to make this lovely little story of humans doing their best. If you've seen Tokyo Godfathers and want to talk about it, or want to talk about any other anime or manga, please stop by my website at otakunovideo.net, where we talk about all sorts of other interesting anime, including stuff like Tokyo Godfathers. And if you haven't seen it, I hope you do get a chance to. So that's it. Until next time, may you see more beautiful anime.